everybody. Welcome back to our podcast.
Welcome back
to part 2 of Urban Legends. Did we may or may not have done part 1 and part 2 back to back? Who knows?
We're not recording this at the same time.
Oh man.
No.
We're gonna be tired, but it's okay.
Well, as we stated, this is part 2 of Urban Legends. Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves, did we?
No, we did not.
We didn't do that last episode. Shit.
Damn it, we gotta get better at that.
We've been doing good.
Yeah, we have.
This is the Hecate's Doorway podcast.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Brandon.
My name is Gabriel.
There now they all know. All right. So, where we last left off, we touched on Cropsy, who we might be doing a full episode
Real
on.
quick, I got a joke for you.
Oh, God, what is it?
What do a trucker and a porn star have in common?
What do a truck and a porn star have? Trucker and a porn star. Fuck, I don't know what.
They both get paid by the load. Since we're on a lighthearted, funny-ish episode, figured why not throw a joke in there.
That's true. Yeah, no, this episode is a nice, chill, feel-good episode. You know, we're getting to some heavier topics later. Might as well have a little fun with these.
All right.
Speaking of keeping things lighthearted, let's start this off with the Loveland Frogman.
Yay!
From Loveland, Ohio. Very odd name for a town.
I mean, there's even weirder names.
There are a lot of weird names. So the Loveland Frogman is a humanoid frog creature standing around 4 feet tall. In 1972, Loveland police officer Roy Shockey claimed to encounter the Frogman.
Wait. Roy Shockey?
Shockey.
Someone seriously had that name. Roy Shockey. Shockey.
Yeah. Roy Shockey.
Interesting.
It's not a great name for a police officer.
Doesn't make you feel like you have to respect him. It just means people probably make fun of his name a lot.
Probably.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor Shockey.
He probably got poorly along in high school.
He claimed it appeared to be 3 or 4 feet tall with leathery skin. It was crouched on the side of the road like a frog before standing upright and leaping over the guardrail down to the river. 2 weeks later, another officer claimed to have not only seen it, but shot it and placed the body in his car.
So he shot it, he had the body, and it was in his car, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the pictures? Where is anything?
Well, later, he would recant his statement, claiming that what he shot was a giant tailless iguana.
Just say you shot someone by mistake. Or that you're on drugs and you thought, but you didn't.
He just shot like a small man. He's like, oh, shit. No, it was a frog man. I didn't shoot a real guy. Apparently, he showed the tall iguana to a Roy Shockey, and Roy claimed that was also what he saw. Which I call bullshit on. Kinda. But no iguana is going to stand upright and then jump. I mean, like, an iguana could probably jump over the railing, but you're not going to confuse a fucking iguana with a tall frog, man.
Even if they're both the same height. Yeah, no.
What did they see?
Drugs.
Probably. They're probably both high as shit.
That's probably what they thought they saw, but reality is probably just a tree or some shit.
Well,
I mean, better than shooting someone else by accident.
Yeah, cops never do that. Well, that was Frogman. Yeah, we're not going too deep into any of these just because a lot of these might actually get their own episode later on because some of these are really interesting.
Yeah.
Because there was actually a couple that I just cut out completely because I don't want to spoil it at all because some of these were really cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Cropsy is the only one that I kept in that I also want to do an episode on.
Yeah.
There's a few that are going to be pretty fun.
Okay.
So the rest of these are they're just lighthearted, fun.
Nice.
Quick little tidbits about turning your babies into ghoulie monsters.
Alright, my turn.
Yay!
Mine is the Bandage Man from Canyon Beach, Oregon.
Oregano. Oregano.
Ooh, yummy.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Is that an oregano-flavored condom I taste?
What? Why?
Bringing the taste of Italiana downstairs, huh?
Here's what I gotta deal with on a daily basis because we live together. The Bandage Man is a story that traces back to the 6th to the 60s and was probably a cautionary tale to keep teenagers from parking off the road at night. The Bandage Man is suspected of a man wrapped in bandages who attacks people in their cars along the road in Canyon Beach, Oregon. So it's a mummy.
The Mummy Man.
A most common story goes as a young couple are in their car parked near Canyon Beach when the car started rocking back and forth. They looked out the back window to see a man wrapped in bandages rocking the car. Oh, someone kind of rocking.
Stop fucking!
Don't these teenagers ever learn?
Don't
from
you ever
horror
learn?
stories and movies?
You face the Bandage Man!
He started pounding on the car before they pulled out.
I didn't do that on purpose either. I know I said I'd never pull out, but this is an exception.
They pulled out. They floated down the freeway, but the Bandage Man hanged onto the truck for miles until disappearing.
Just hanging onto the back of the truck.
Then he just disappears.
I told you can't escape me. The Bandage Man wins again.
The Bandage Man needs more Band-Aids.
Off to the CVS.
Many people have claimed to see the man lunge out at their car or attack as they sat parked. It is said that Bandage Man may be the ghost of a jogger who died somewhere nearby, most likely in a nasty car wreck.
I love the concept of the Bandage Man just jumping out of your car. A Bandage Man! Alright. Well, that takes us to our next one, which is kind of sad, actually. This one's kind of sad. This one is the story of Charlie No Face from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. See, that's not really an urban myth, though. I mean, there is some urban legend surrounding him, but he is a real man.
It's the urban legend that came off of people seeing him. So, Charlie No Face was an urban legend that comes from the nighttime walks of an unfortunately disfigured man named Raymond Robinson. After a horrible accident he suffered as a child, which gave him the appearance of having no face, he discovered he couldn't go out in public during the day without stirring a panic, so he'd go on nighttime walks. This, unfortunately, started rumors which turned into legend. The legend of Charlie No Face was touted as a faceless serial killer who would stalk his prey at night. And that one's just depressing, kinda. Because it's just this man trying to live his life.
Yeah, because of a horrible accident he was in.
And people just looking out their windows, whatever, seeing him, and then just like, oh, that must be some kind of fucking serial killer monster.
Yeah.
Which, at my base level, I can kind of understand. Like, if you're just sitting in your house at night and you look out your window and there's a dude with no face walking around, you're gonna get freaked out.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still really sad. This dude was just trying to get out and get some fucking fresh air because he had to stay in his house all day.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't do anything.
Now other people freaking and possibly hitting him. And...
Oh, God, yeah. Can only imagine. And it got turned into a serial killer story somehow. Well, there's that. That was pretty depressing. What do you have for us now, Gabe?
I have bowhags from South Carolina.
Oh, bowhags.
Bowhags are now more commonly associated with sleep paralysis. Oh, so what I have. Oh, this is going to be fun for me.
Yeah. Give us a little insight on that.
They're said to be creatures similar to vampires of old myths. These skinless monsters will take the skin of their victims and wear it as clothes as they stalk their new target. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once the victim is acquired, they find their way into the home at night through a small hole or crack and position themselves on top of the sleeping victims. Unlike the vampire, they feed on the breath of the victim. The hag will leave you alive and use again and again. But if you wake and struggle with the creature, it will remove your skin and leave you to a slow and painful death. Yeah, something about right.
Yeah.
Sleep paralysis isn't fun.
I wouldn't think so. I've never had it, and I could only imagine.
It is a scary thing to go through, not gonna lie.
What? No way. Waking up and being able to move and seeing shit, that can't be scary.
The thing is, I never actually saw anything because my eyes would close on their own.
That's good.
So, like, I tried to keep them open, but they would just shut on their own. Not sure if it feels like they just... I had them up, but then they just get so heavy that I couldn't keep them open.
That's probably a good thing, honestly. You don't see the fucking creatures in the fucking corners.
Oh, imagine I would have seen some scary-ass shit.
Probably, dude. I thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't know anything about, like, the fucking taking your skin. So if you wake up and you, like, start struggling, they just fucking skin you and leave you there to fucking die.
Yeah. That is that is also very scary thing to go through.
That's terrifying. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. I don't know if any of y'all have had sleep paralysis. Those of you that have know what I'm talking about. Those of you that haven't. Closest thing I could describe it to is imagine waking up in a coffin that's very little air and you're just really tight and cramped, so you can't move at all because of how tight it is in there. And your breathing is really shallow because it's like you can't breathe. It's like there's something, you're either being restricted or something heavy on you that makes it really hard to breathe, so you can't get a full grasp of air.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Alright, well that's Boo Hags.
Boo Hags.
Now, we're gonna go into another skinless one. There's a lot of skinning in this episode. This one is called Skinned Tom, Wallen, Tennessee. So, the story goes, a young man named Tom was having a regular affair with a married woman named Eleanor.
Oh no.
Oh no. The husband eventually discovered the affair and was driven insane with jealousy and vowed to get revenge. As is common with most of these stories, Tom and Eleanor were at a lover's lane. People really did not like lover's lanes. When Tom's door was ripped open, revealing Eleanor's husband staring Tom down, holding a large knife with an evil grin on his face.
Damn, how strong was a husband? Just rip a door off his hinges.
Just fucking ripped that bitch open.
Yeah, but that door had a weak frame.
The husband dragged Tom off into the woods to later emerge alone and covered in blood. Authorities would later discover Tom's skin hanging from the forest branches, but couldn't find Tom. It's said Tom lurks around still in lovers' lanes to catch a cheating couple and teach him a lesson.
Nice.
Which is entirely impossible, because if you were skinned, you would not last a fucking day. Especially outside.
I mean, it depends.
You're gonna get infections.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hella infections.
Yeah. There's a good chance you'll live, but you're gonna be in serious pain and serious infections.
The infections would take over eventually, though. Like, you wouldn't last. Not unless you got medical attention.
Yeah.
In which someone would see you. But if no one's ever seen him.
Yeah, you're definitely...
he's gonna be writhing on the ground, and then he's gonna die. And if you don't have skin, you don't have eyelids.
Yep.
Right? Because I don't think there's really any muscles in your eyelids. Is there? When you get skinned, the eyelids come with.
Yeah.
So your eyes are gonna dry out.
You're gonna go insane.
Yeah. You're just trying to fucking make out, and skinless Tom is just like, somebody help me! I can't blink!
Give me your eyelids.
I need your eyelids!
That'd be an interesting horror story. My turn. Coming from all the way from Texas.
All the way from
the
Texas.
Candle Lady of Terrell, Texas.
The Candy Lady.
Not to be confused with Candle.
The Candle Lady.
That sounds more terrifying than the Candy Lady.
Candy Lady just makes me think of a crappy reboot of the Candyman.
Yeah. In the town of Terrell, Texas, lived a woman named Claire Kane. Claire had a husband named Leonard and a daughter named Marcella. Leonard was a farmer, and on one unfortunate day, the daughter died of an accident out in the field when she was 5. Oh.
She probably ran under, like, the tractor or something.
Why? I'm just thinking of something like that happen.
Except this wasn't the wind, this was drunk Leonard. Oh, that was kind of bumpy. Yeah, well. Anyone want to see my daughter?
Fuck you. Claire blamed her husband for the deaths and 2 years later planned to take revenge. She laced some caramels with poison, Leonard's favorite candy, which took his life. A neighbor later checked on Claire, and after noticing her odd state, called the police. Claire was aggressive towards the officers and was arrested. She was admitted to the Terrell State Hospital. According to local lore, children began to go missing near the Kane property in 1903. The other children found candy wrappers on the windowsill signed by the Candy Lady. Interesting.
Yeah. I think the first part might actually be real.
Yeah.
And the second part, much like No Face Charlie No Face, is just extrapolation of a woman killing her husband with candy.
Yeah. I mean, it could also be maybe there was like kids that have gone missing and maybe they did find something in the house one time.
Maybe.
Could have been like a drifter or a serial killer. Something like that.
There's a lot of those.
Was statistic again, like there's 50-something serial killers at a given year or something?
It's true. I gotta look that up because depending on when that statistic was made, there's definitely not many serial killers at all anymore. And that would actually be an interesting episode to do, just kind of like the theory behind why there were so many serial killers, not only just in the past, but in the 70s.
Yeah.
Back on topic. Let's talk about the White Things from West Virginia. The White Things, also known as Sheep Squatch.
Sheep Squatch.
Sheep Squatch. Or Devil Dog or White Devils are large canine, feline, or humanoid creatures, all with long, shaggy white hair and long fangs. Emphasis on the G.
On the G.
That stalk the woods of West Virginia. Their cries can be heard throughout the forest. They are said to attack anyone who comes in their path viciously, tearing at the neck. They're also said to be omens of death. No one knows for certain what they are, spirits, cryptids, or anything in between. But given their reputation, I doubt many people are looking for them.
What was it called again?
The White Things. Very descriptive name. I'm assuming that's why they got Sheep Squatch.
My turn.
Abe's turn.
The Plate River Ship of Wyoming.
Ooh.
The Plate River Ship is a ghost ship said to emerge out of a thick rolling fog. Those who've seen it up close claim the sailors and crew are frost-covered. The crew are all huddled around the corpse, and as the witness get closer, the crew move away, revealing the corpse to be that of someone the witness knows, and that person would die by the end of the day. So like a bad omen.
Oh, that's a very bad omen.
Very bad omen indeed. The first alleged sighting was made in 1862 by a trapper named Leon Weber. Weber saw his fiancée on the ship, and she died later that same day. That seems kind of coincidental.
It wasn't me. I didn't kill her. I saw a ship, and she was on the ship, and she was dead. I swear I didn't kill her.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. Every sighting of that ship is in the fall, and in every case, the person seen on the ship dies. Alright. Interesting.
Bad omen.
So like other ghost ships, but a lot worse, because people tend to die.
Oh, yeah. So, my last urban legend is the Kushtaka.
Ooh, that's
from
cool.
Alaska. This is a bit of an Inuit urban legend.
Okay.
Kushtaka are shapeshifters capable of assuming human form, the form of an otter, and other forms possibly in some legends. And they specify that in some legends they're able to take the form of many kinds of otter, but in some only one. Legends of the Kushtaka differ between tellings. In some tellings they're friendly and helpful, but in most others they're cruel. It's said that the Kushtaka can imitate the sounds of a baby crying or women screaming out at sea in order to lure sailors to try and help them, and once in their grasp, they pull them into the water to either tear them limb from limb or turn them into another Kushtaka. Kushtaka can be warded off through copper, dogs, fire, or urine.
I'm sorry, what?
Just piss
Urine?
on it.
Piss on me. Piss on it.
Get away from me. Oh, God. I think anyone can get warded away with urine.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah. Not too much on that one, but that was the seemingly one of the most popular ones from Alaska.
Oh, yeah. It's still cool.
They look like Sasquatch otters.
Ah. Huh.
Yeah, apparently they look like man otters. All right. That is the last one we have for you today for part 2 of North American Urban Legends. It was a fun one, a slightly short one.
Yeah.
As we said last episode, we had to push some of our bigger episodes back a little bit. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, thank you.
I know this was a short one and not too deep, but we'll be doing some more deep dives later. Don't you fucking worry.
We got some more stuff planned out. What
We
do
have
we got planned out again?
Oh man, we have a lot. Just to give you a little hint, we got Richard Chase.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do an episode all about vampires.
Yeah.
I have at least one alien episode.
Ooh.
What do we got?
Creepypasta?
There's gonna be another creepypasta
An actual
coming.
creepypasta, not a crappy pasta.
We'll have both. We got a crappy and a creepy. Hopefully a creepy. And then of course, much later down the line, we're gonna be doing a very deep dive into the Black Dahlia murder.
Oh, yeah, let's take that for a special occasion.
Oh yeah, that we gotta do a lot of work on that. I want that one to be chef's kiss, which sounds really bad to say after how horribly that woman died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely, actually.
Scratch that from the records. Well, thank you all for listening.
Thank all 8
Again.
of you. I'm joking, there's more of you. Thank you all.
Yeah, it's actually been pretty good. You guys have really been listening lately. It's been pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. It's especially for a small show like us.
I know, a small DIY show with 2 nobodies no one's ever heard of before.
I'm sure we know some of these people. Walter actually do know some of these people. Like, oh crap.
I haven't heard anyone who knows me say anything yet, so no one who knows me has listened yet, at least. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and email us if you have anything, any stories or anything like that. We got a website. We got Patreon. I'll put all that in the show notes. Make sure to rate and review us wherever you listen. 5 stars only. I cannot stress that enough.
Or you get a shitty cake.
You're going to get a shitty cake.
Or I'll bake you a shitty pie.
Yeah. If you do not give us 5 stars, you are going to have to eat it.
And it's going to be a very, very dry shitty pie, my lad.
There's not going to be any filling. It's just going to be crust.
Just crust.
Just crust and crust inside the crust.
It's going to be very dry broth. Very dry sauce, not broth.
I need some milk.
You feel like an old person without teeth.
You help me.
Alright, thank you all for listening.
Thank you. Hail Satan.
Blessed be.
Go fuck yourself.